All right, everybody. So after our conversation the other day, I knew that something different needed to happen. And so it was already planned that I would be coming to work for Mom at the Fine Arts Fiesta here in downtown Wilkes-Barre, which is one of the two big cities where we live. So I'm going to show you around. This is the 70th Fine Arts Fiesta, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that they have around here. Probably do maybe a little bit of a voiceover and some cool stuff. So that's what you're going to see, at least for now in this video. So let's check out the Fine Arts Fiesta. So here we have several of the sponsors. We have the City of Wilkes-Barre sign. We have, they're doing these cutouts where it's like a scavenger hunt sort of thing. You can put your faces in and check out we're gonna check out some of the art by some of the people. Some lovely pieces of art. Paintings by people, photographs, all sorts of stuff from the arts. Another one of the put your face in it thing. People have stands where they're selling their art. They're selling all of their woodworkings and more art fixtures. Okay. So we have some more artistry things. We have the stage. People are going to be performing. Some more art fixtures. We got some food vendors over there. More art exhibits. Over here is where they have the puppet show. Mom loves the puppet show. A moment ago there you saw a structure that's always at the square there. It's not necessarily to do with the Fine Arts Fiesta. I decided to walk down near where the food vendors were, which you're going to see here in a moment. Over at the stage, they were making some announcements and playing some background music, so I wanted to cut that out just for copyright purposes. But you get a better view of the stage here, as well as some of the food vendors. Always love the food vendors. If you want to know where the good food vendors are, my mother always says ask the other people that are at these events, because they're not going to waste their money on some bad food. But yeah, so I walked around a little bit more before getting back close to where we were at our booth. Caricaturist. Getting all sorts of people having their stands. Jewelry, pottery, purses and things. More jewelry. Brooms. And there is some art here always on the square. This is a piece. This worm thing is always here. Kind of cool. More things down there. Hand-drawn photos. Glass work. And now we're back at our stand. We're not open just yet. It ended up being pretty busy, so I didn't get a chance to do much more, but came back the next day. It is before we open, so I just wanted to give a quick walk around. Maybe I'll go around during our break, get a little bit more, but I just wanted to show you all that I am out and that I am doing things. I'm trying to make the change that I promised you all that I would and that I talked about doing. So we'll get a little bit more in just a bit, a little bit later when we're going on our break. I'm going to try to grab some breakfast now before we open and check back in with you a little bit later. So I had Mom follow me around to get some pictures. I made sure to get some with my faces in the things. I know they seem staged, some of them were, but I definitely was appreciating the art, the interesting artwork, such as the teabag art, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a little bit. We saw the stage, which nobody was on it just yet. Again, most of the things weren't open when we did this, so we're walking around. Some just regular fixtures of the square, some plaques about the Fine Arts Fiesta, some plaques about the founders of Wilkes-Barre, things like that. Again, my face in some of the artwork that they had as their little scavenger hunt around the thing, some of the food vendors and whatnot. And it was just overall a great time, a nice way to spend the morning real quick and get some good pictures without a whole bunch of people and whatnot. And now we're going to hear a little bit from Mom. Okay, so it ended up being super busy yesterday. Didn't even end up getting to really do anything. Mom and I are walking around taking some videos and pictures. Not right now, but in a little bit, I'm going to ask you more thoughts on the Fine Arts Fiesta, but give us, like, what do you think, just kind of a quick overall before we get to it a little later.
I think it's incredible. I love the fact that it's art and they want the kids to be exposed to it, and there's so many talented people, so much talent here.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit about it a little bit later because I want to go a little bit more in depth about what it means to you and you being here and whatnot. But I'm excited, and we're going to show you some more of the art pieces and stuff and some pictures that she's been taking and whatnot as well.
So one of the things that I love most about the Wilkes-Barre Fine Arts Fiesta is the fact that there's so much talent that people would otherwise not see. There's artwork from teenagers, younger children, adults, just so much incredible. There's no other word. There's just, the art is just so amazing. And I love the fact that in order for the children, the little children, to be exposed to the arts, the Luzerne Foundation and this year the Maslow family donate to make sure that we can be there as face painters, so that it gives the parents the reason, I guess, to bring the children out so that the kids have something fun and free to do while being exposed to the art. Because a lot of times parents don't want to bring the kids because, oh, it's going to cost us money and it's going to be all this, that, and the third. And this way there's fun and free things for the kids to do. There's not only the face painters, but there's also the puppeteers. There is Mother Goose as a walking performer. There's a mime. There's a lovely lady making balloon animals for the children. Those are all things that are there so that the kids have something to do, and as they're wandering around, they get a chance to look at the art and see that these are just normal people, just like they are, and their art is important just like anybody else's. And it doesn't have to be, we're going to go to a museum and we're going to spend 6 hours in a museum. We're going to be able to see and learn about the art right here. Just off to the side there was some art that has a hole cut in it, and it was an opportunity for kids to have their face in there. What we just looked at was a drum circle, and they have people there teaching the kids to drum. There's a gentleman doing wall art. There's just so many things that for the kids to be exposed to. The art with the cutouts is an opportunity. There was a pamphlet there that the kids could look through and see what the art was supposed to look like without their face in the middle of it. And so it's fun because then mom and dad can take that home and work with the kids and show them like that. What does this art look like in a real setting? And that's one of the reasons I love Fine Arts Fiesta, because there's just so much for the kids to see and do and learn. And face painting. Who doesn't love face painting?
couple of the cool things that I got was I got to be with the stilt walkers because I don't get to feel short very often at almost 6'3", so it was pretty cool to get that. I always love the street art and street performance. This one in particular was by Have a Art. You also saw earlier some teabag art that was incredible. Wanted to give them a special shout out because they let us record and take some pictures in their space. And Have a Art, you can make sure to follow them, as well as Keith Renard, the teabag artist. The Art on Tea, it's called. So make sure to check them out as well. I'm going to try to put some links in the description. Thank you for watching along here, talking about the Fine Arts Fiesta, and we hope that you'll check us out next time here on the channel. Take care.